Well, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today's the 14th of March 2023, 2 minutes past 4 in the afternoon here in the United Kingdom. We're back in X-Plane 12. We're back in the ToLiss aircraft, pre-release version. It's going to be released on the 20th of March, but ToLiss got in contact and very kindly sent me a copy of their brand new A320 Neo. Now, we all know how much I love Airbus on this channel. We fly it about once every 3-4 months or so, and every time we jump back into it, you enjoy me pushing, pulling, tugging, and doing all sorts of things on the Airbus A320. It's got loads of cool new features, which the older ToLiss aircraft in X-Plane didn't have. So it's got things like a brand new EFB, and it's got AVTAB integration, so you can have all your charts, performance tools for takeoff and landing, full ACARS integration, so if you've got Hoppy via VATSIM or one of the networks, you can, if the controller's got CPDLC, you can utilise that as well, and loads of other cool new features, new textures, looking really good in X-Plane 12. We're in the United States of America. We're in Phoenix. This is where I did my initial flight training, and CPL, actually it was at Goodyear, not too far away from Phoenix International Airport, and then we're going to be flying for the first ever time to Salt Lake City in Utah. One of the members has been requesting this for some time, if we could visit Salt Lake City, so we're going to be doing that. We're live time at live weather, so I don't know what the local time is here. I'm having a quick look here in Sky Harbour, but you can see it's a lovely morning, clear skies. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. There we are. So, yeah, I say clear skies. There's a few clouds up there, but yes, you can see I've got Ortho 4XP for the entire sector. This is just default Phoenix Sky Harbour scenery, looking mighty in X-Plane 12. They're chipping away, guys, day by day, bit by bit. This sim is looking better and better. Who we got here? Nightbot says America, unbelievable list of in. Matt's yes, use CPDLC, ATC on VATSIM, loves it. Eases the workload by a bunch. I'm sure the real world controllers appreciate CPDLC as well. Every time we fly in through an FIR boundary, and if we're not logged in, they will tell you please log into CPDLC, please. So yes, I don't think though today we'll have to be able to utilise it, because obviously local time 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't think there'll be any controllers. The middle of the week here. Chris Patton says hello from across the pond. Hope you're doing well. Matt Edge also says huzzah! Looking forward to it when it comes out. I'm expecting to fly it non-stop. Now, I don't have much information on pricing. It hasn't been revealed, but I think it'll be along the lines of what the existing ToLiss product base is. So yeah, probably upwards of 80-90 euros. But it is a very good add-on, so I'll be hopefully demonstrating today. Andy H1302, I hope you're doing well. 2 tons as well is here too. We've got loads of people joining in on the network. Well, he's just disappeared. But yes, we are flying as Alpaca 1403. We've got the Airbus in their Airbus own livery. Oh, look, an Alpaca has just spawned on that stand there. Macho Chewy says hello. Pablos D, I bet ToLiss were grinning ear to ear when they made the list of streamers for this. Oh, and obviously Flight Deck Sim, because of how much he discovered. He loves Airbusing. Unbelievable. Yeah, I did see her emailed some time ago, and I completely forgot about it. It's been really busy at the moment. I emailed back saying, oh, well, we'll showcase it on the channel anyway. I wish ToLiss would make an A320 Neo, said X11 Simulations. They're here. Now, what's all this going on? People are saying, ooh, the release date of this aircraft, and was it some sort of mispost or something? I don't understand. Excellent. Brendan McCree's here as well. The routing information's all in. Flight time should be about 1 hour 20 minutes. Anyway, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft. In fact, I'll climb in via the baggage cart through the cargo door. Oh, look at that. There's just some stuff you can't teach. There we are. So we are completely cold and dark. I've not touched anything here at all. We'll get some power on the aircraft first as well. I think we have got external power connected. So 2 batteries, external power's connected, and you can hear all those lovely good Airbus sounds coming in. I'll crank up the volume. Yeah, I really enjoyed this aircraft in X-Plane 11, so it's quite nice to fly in X-Plane 12. We actually flew the A340 in X-Plane 12. I think it was 6 months ago when X-Plane 12 was in its infancy, and I quite enjoyed that. But yeah, we go. We can see the aircraft's powering on, doing all of its respective tests. We've got, here's the weight and balance tab, but you can actually use the old school interactive simulation control system. Now, ToLiss has the best, no other add-on can match it. This ability to save the flight and reload it, and it loads instantly and perfectly. Some of the members were watching me on Discord while I was practicing. I'm not going to load it here, but this practice approach, you press it, reload it, 1 second later, the aircraft reloads, perfect configuration, so you can practice multiple takeoffs, multiple approaches and landings. It's so good. I might demonstrate that later. But yes, we've got all that set up here. I'm actually following, well, there's quite a lot of documentation with the add-on. So if I just show you the PDF here very briefly, this is actually an Airbus procedures checklist I follow when I'm airline the A320, but the simulation manual here is just one of 3 manuals. It talks about all the new systems. So for example, how to use the performance calculator, which we'll be using today. They've got an interactive checklist. You've got full ACARS integration, although I couldn't get it to work. If you look at the ToLiss preview video, look, you've got this system here, which is how they utilise or use CPDLC. I can't get it to turn on, but yeah, you can see here in the manual, once CPDLC is logged in, you can use this. It's fully modelled, this ability to use CPDLC, controller pilot, data link communications, which is pretty cool. Thanks to the 18 months, whoever that was. Matt Edge, ladies and gents, welcome to today's bus service from Phoenix to Salt Lake City. We are expecting our trip to take about 11 hours. Well, hopefully a little bit quicker. Well, how long it takes me to set this up, it probably will take that long. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member. Eponoricluma says that's an awesome feature. Once I did some 50 landing practices in a row. Yeah, it's really, really cool, the ToLiss reload feature. It works flawlessly. I haven't ever seen it have any problems with it. The screen only shows data when you're logged on, otherwise it stays blank. Thank you very much, Listerman. That might be why I couldn't see anything there. Excellent. Right, what else do I need to do? I'm going to follow the normal procedures checklist here. So I've got some power on the aircraft. Get some lighting all sorted here. So we should have the nav and logo lighting on, so we can tell the ground crew we have some ground power connected. I'm just looking here at the checklist as well, so we should have done a few things down here. Verify the weather radar is off, which it is. The predictive wind shear system's off as well. Verify the master switches are off, and that's all done there. Wipers are off too. Perfect. So we've got some power onto the overhead panel then. So we're going to turn on IRS to nav, crew supply on, turn on all the fuel tanks. We'll get the APU on shortly. We don't need it on at the moment. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. That's pretty much all done up there. We'll do the fault and fire test as well. Many Airbus warning sounds. Perfect. I think I've done everything I need to do there. There's this crew supply. Oh, that's already on. Oh yeah, check the CVR test. Oh, when I did that the other day, it made this sort of high-pitched squealing sound, but it doesn't seem to be doing it at the moment. Maybe I need to wait until IRS alignment's complete or something silly. Perfect, so that's done. Hello, Freckles. It's Freckles here. He never comes into streams. Hello, if you are here. Astrodew says, yeah, in the Discord, 3 to 4 people posted an announcement when it came out. So, did you know ToLiss are making a 320 Neo has become a server name? Oh, I don't get what you guys are doing half the time. Unbelievable. Alex, 1 month left, almost a year. Seems like yesterday. 11 months as a member. Thank you very much for your continued support for all that time and for being a very active member in the Discord as well. The ToLiss autosave should be rebranded as the No More Tears mode. Brilliant. You must turn on the left button for the CVR test to work, I guess. I don't know. I'll have a go again later. Right, so check all the paperwork. MEL, blah blah blah. ECAM system. So hold on, I'm just going to disable the Tobii eye tracker here because it messes with the default camera system a little bit. There we go. So we've got engine display. Check we have sufficient engine quantity. We've got 17.5 quarts. Hydraulic page, make sure it's in the green bit. This is me airbusing all the way here. Check the brake accumulator pressure, which is in the green section. Lovely, jubbly, then complete the exterior. Walk around, fast alignment's being done, and it's pretty much, I think, straight into the flight management computer. There we are. So let me bring up the operational flight plan as well. So let me just show you the routing too. We'll be departing from Phoenix. Look at that, straight as an arrow northbound here. We're going to be flying overhead Flagstaff, the Grand Canyon. We actually flew there in the Cessna 337 about 3 or 4 weeks ago from Las Vegas. We're going to be going directly overhead the airport, the Grand Canyon, and then continuing northwards onwards to Salt Lake City. As I said, 1 hour, 15 minutes for that sector today. Right. So, data page, make sure we've got the latest variant. We've got the LEAP engine, same as we have on the Max. HD Simulation says, I'd like to sim, nice to see ToLiss sent you a pre-release copy of the Neo. I know, very excited to fly it. I did a test sector yesterday, and my first landing was wasted. But I did practice and got a butter in there eventually. So that's all done. Init page. So I think if I press init request, it should be able to fetch my SimBrief flight plan. So flight plan data link in progress. There we are, so it's all in. Our alternate is Grand Junction Regional. Call sign is Alpaca 1403. Oh, it's even got me that information too. Oh, superb. Cost index is in. Cruise levels all in. Oh, gosh, filled in everything. IRS align on reference, I think. So I do that when the alignment's complete, when it's done now. All the figures as well, I think, are done here too. Wow, that's superb. There's no event on today, so I'm just taking standard fuel really. So you can see 5.7 tons. I've actually taken 5.8 rounded up, so I will just put 5.8. Weather's fine in Salt Lake City, I believe. Let me just double check the weather there. It was a bit windy, but the wind's straight down the runway. I think we'll be fine with standard fuel today. So that's done. And I just go here to flight plan. So Phoenix will be flying departure. It's a, what's it called, a quacky one. So it's going to be off 07 left. Quacky one, where are you? Quacky one, and then a transition via Grand Canyon. Insert. There we are. So that's all in from Quacky. Grand Canyon, where are you then? Bravo Charlie Echo, straight onto the arrival. Salt Lake arrival, it's going to be a Delta 6, we're planning 16 right. There we are, Delta 6. Via Bravo Charlie Echo? Oh no, via OGD, that was the one I wanted. Transition Bravo Charlie Echo, insert. Let's just check the... check here for any discontinuities. Let me just bring up Navigraph. Just want to make sure it all looks sensible. So Bravo Charlie Echo, Selena Delta, Jammin, Draper, Spike Pit, Mad Quippy, Brotty, all the way up here. Look, and then just a vector, and then onto the ILS via Oscar Golf Delta, which is here, the Ogden VOR. So pretty happy it's all joined up together. Now I know the Airbus has route 2, or the ability to put an alternate routing in. My operator won't bother, so I'll just leave that there. So that's all set up. So routing I've done. Performance page then. Right, so now let's use the performance calculator. Just want to make sure I put everything here in it. Yeah, that's all done as well. Extra 4 minutes of fuel because we're taking standard fuel. That's fine. Performance. So, takeoff performance. 07 left, intersection, so you can type in how many meters you want to depart from if you want to take an intersection departure. Usually in the real world, OPTs, or my real operators will OPT, you can just simply select the intersection. So we're here, we're going to taxi 07 left. You know, I could put... You probably find somewhere in Jefferson tables what the actual takeoff roll is from each intersection, but I wouldn't know where to look here, so you can just simply reduce the distance here, but we're just going to go full length here for 07 left today. And you can see, look, if I just press reset, it's taking data straight from the simulator. So 027 at 2 knots, 14 degrees, 1018 is the QNH, dry, anti-ice off, takeoff weight's going to be 68.8, CG set, we'll use standard config auto air conditioning compute, and there you go, you got all the information you need. Really nice. It's a very simple looking OPT, but it's doing all it needs to do, which is to calculate your takeoff performance. So full length, ASD V1 minimum, V1 maximum, so you're going to stop within 1400 meters, which makes about sense from V1. So there you go, pretty cool. And then you just simply input all this data, and I think you can send it via a data link, but I can't how to do it. Maybe it's just here. Oh yeah, uplink takeoff data request. So I think hopefully it's just going to copy it all across. I'm not using Active Sky today, Pablos D. I have seen it's now out, but I've heard it's a bit buggy and there's a few issues at the moment, and whilst it's in beta, so I'm not using it at the moment. There you go. Look, I've inputted all the data automatically. All the information's in. Insert uplink, boom, done. The only thing it hasn't entered is the flex temperature, which is where are you? I swear it's here somewhere. It's staring me right in the face. 73. That's very high. 73. There you go. Takeoff data, uplinks all in. All the speeds are in. Really, really cool how that's all done. The SID stop altitude, there's no ATC. It's 9,000 feet. So we'll set 9,000 feet there. The only thing I need to set is the altimeter 3004. So the only other add-on I've seen which has this level of integration is the Phoenix A320 with regards to takeoff and landing performance. Really, really cool. Who else we got here? Good afternoon, says Hayden. Hope you're doing very well. Cam, working on learning the 737. Man, I miss the Airbus. No, you keep out the 737. You'll never miss the Airbus again. Brilliant. You can say what you want. The Neos truly are thoroughly fought through though. Oh gosh, you tried me. Fought through though, said Listerman. Yes, indeed. Now the beauty of the LEAP engines as well, they fit so snugly under here as opposed to the 737 MAX, so they've had to move them considerably further forward to allow them to fit there. But yeah, if you just compare to the CFMs, look, I mean obviously that's just a static VATSIM modelled aircraft, but look at the size of these engines here. Right, so what else do I need to do? Remind me, does this heading bug close automatically, or do I need to wait for something else? I think maybe IRS alignment, but it's only got 1 minute left anyway. Right, that's all done. Weather and no terms we've checked. It's all in. Departure procedures. Fuel got sufficient 5.8. Load sheets in performance is done. I think we're pretty much ready to go. You don't have to do anything in this machine. Right, let's press the start button to start the... Yeah, I'm joking. Just start the APU. Here's a go button here somewhere, isn't there? Right, let's press start. Still got ages until I want to push back. Have a listen to the APU booting up. I use X-Time. No active sky, just stock X-Plane 12 weather, but I will use active sky. I think next X-Plane 12 stream, but because I think it's in beta, so a lot of people who I know have been using it have been saying, "Oh, it's not been working properly." IRS alignment is needed. Perfect. Ooh, Javier's the EFB V speeds don't match the MCDU ones, do they not? 148, 148, 150. Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, 122 to 148. Oh, interesting. It's given me a wide V1. Can I just choose whatever I want then? That seems very unusual. Let's go with the higher V1 speed. 148 knots. Should always match what the OPT says. 148, 148, 150. I have been informed to tell you it is in beta, so anything that could potentially be wrong could or should be fixed before release. And ToLiss is very active in pumping out updates, I believe. Well spotted. Good afternoon, Captain. May I join you on this flight? Anyone could join in. RTK2 will probably be pushing in about 5 minutes. Phoenix releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Flies Phoenix in X-Plane. Oh, I didn't even realise the airport had been released, Jeff L, for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Whoops. Excellent. Did you enter the wins in the MCDU before you requested the link? The flight plan wins, I don't know. Let's have a look here. I think the wins get... Oh no, there we are. Well spotted. Wind data uplinks all done, so there we are. Climb wins, and do the cruise winds get updated? Yes, there we are. Cruise winds in, and descent winds too. Plugs it all in from SimBrief. I think it takes it from your operational flight plan, which is really cool. Maybe the FB does calculate improved climb. Maybe that's what it was doing, yeah, with the reduced V1. Maybe, I really don't know. Right, APU is available, so we'll disconnect the external power. Seatbelt sign on, no smoking on, ding dong ding. And let's get rid of the ground pound shocks. Where are you? Ground services will be under there, won't it? External power off, chocks removed. Let's call for better pushback. Very busy on this stand. It's going to be that aircraft just to my left as well. He's going to get squeezed in.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Alright, let's do something like that. He's going to be right at my APU though. Something like that.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Oh.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Hi, Danny Crumpet. 30 months as a member. Hey, all. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for your support as a member. I'm sure everyone here will respond to you. Hope you're doing very well, Danny Crumpet. How are you doing? Thanks for your continued support, buddy. Euros, at what point does it make that dog barking Airbus sound? Is it after second engine start or something? I don't know. Oh, I need an active sky emoji. Well, we'll look at active sky soon, I promise. APU bleed needs to come on, doesn't it? Which will get rid of the pack fault lights. Where are you, APU bleed? There you are. Now, here's some air conditioning sounds. Superb. Ah, yes, you can see our alignment's complete, heading out.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Perfect. You need to enter winds and takeoff performance page before requesting link. It automatically starts with max thrust, and you can select flex to get flex settings. That should match the EFB. Ah, thanks, Unseen King. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I can see. I think I see it slightly changed there. Well, I'm happy with that there. And trim I can only do after engine start in the Airbus, isn't it? Yeah, I can't trim at the moment. Pablos, also when requesting takeoff data link, you need to click flex on the right. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted.
There's a lot of
Go
things
until the
I don't
parking
know
brake
about
when
this
you're ready to go.
airplane. Yes, I mean, I'm just showing you how to get it from A to B. Any other neat features, you'll have to see other things. You need hydraulics to do that. Okay. Now, isn't this a fade thing? I think this is normal, isn't it, prior to engine start? Oh, I don't know. Right, beacon's coming on for push start. Transponder will move to out off. And slides armed doors are closed. Let me just select the doors here. They are all closed. There we are. We can now start the pushback. So parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
This guy. Yeah, fade lock is off now. Will come on when you put the engine starter on. Thank you. Look at that. 20. Only been streaming for 25 minutes and pushing back. It's a record. There's nothing to do in this thing. You can deactivate the door screen and always get the most useful screen automatically. Oh, cool. Right, so these are the LEAP engines. I don't think the LEAPs have this dual cooling feature. They most likely suffer from BRM still that we do on ours, which is where bowed rotor motoring. So the engine start is a lot longer than the CFMs, even in this one. Right, so I need to move this to ignition start. Ah, there we go. You can see the engine displays now come on. And we'll start the engine. Sounds on the side quite right. You can hear when the fuel goes in on the lead. Engine 1 first, oh whatever. Wait a minute, what's that pink line? Must be some... hear the fuel go in the engine. There he goes.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Sounds great.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Awesome, isn't it? Right. Sounds like number 2's getting stable, so I'll just wait until it goes here. Disconnect. Looking good here, so starting engine number 1. Oh, apparently it's operator specific. Ah, okay. There you go, Domino. We'll see that. Truly a great plane in the 320 family. Yeah, yes, okay. It's okay. Oh, it's very quiet in here.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
I better be unicomming here, shouldn't I? Right, tug's going. We'll do the after start checklist. Well, no, look, see, it's taking much longer. Ah, that's better. I'm blocking this alpaca Airbus here. There you go, you can hear it spawning up now. Beautiful. Can the FB be hidden? I don't know. I don't know. But I would want it hidden. Right. After start, I think I can almost do it. There we are. There's the IDG coming on the bus. I think we're okay now. So engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed can come off. Engine wing anti-ice isn't required. APU master switch off. Ground spoilers arm. We can now set the trim, which is 0. What was it? Up 0.3. On certain Airbuses, it does this automatically. Flaps to take off position. So flaps 1. Pitch trim, hand wheels set. Nose wheel disconnect memo check, not display. Ground crew clear. And then you just simply taxi. Perfect. Let's bring up Navigraph just to make sure we're happy with where we're going. And I'll brief the SID whilst we're taxiing out. So we're going to taxi here. Right turn from start point 2 or 3. We'll go all the way, probably crossing onto Echo, and then to 7 left. Phoenix traffic up back on 1403, taxiing runway 7 left. I was saying 7 left, not 07 left. Perfect. So flight controls, I think you can do on the taxi out. That's beast, can't you? Right, parking brakes released, and look, even this rolls forward. In the max, it's the same. You don't even need to. You don't even need to add that much thrust. So we're going to cross Delta then onto Echo. This is just a default airport. Okay, and of course, amazing FPS that you get with all the ToLiss aircraft. I'm pretty much solid on 60 there. The Airbus not automated enough for flight deck sim. No, I need more automation. I just want to be able to put my tray table out and that's it. Clear left. Textures have improved significantly as well, and sort of the shadows and as well. The lighting in the cockpit, though, I still don't like this X-plane sort of eye adjusting to the exposure sort of thing. I love how you can request meta on FMC, and when you receive the message, you can print it. Yes, the any builds, A300, A310 can do that. They've got that here too. Right, let's do the before takeoff checklist. So flight controls, we'll check. Let me bring the flight controls up here. So where are you, flight controls? You can also pop these out if you so wish. So full up, full down, full left, full right. Check the rudders. That will make me turn left and right though. There we are. So flight controls have been checked. Water brake to max. Cabin cool. There we are. And takeoff config check. So you hold this button down. Takeoff config normal. No more blue. I've done my necessary Airbus checks that I need to do prior to departure. Let's go to idle. And next is just the before takeoff checks. Now I'll just do my own operators checks just to make sure I'm happy. So config, takeoff config we checked. Flaps we have 1 plus F. Stab trim is 0.3 down, or whatever it was. Takeoff briefing, so the air conditioning is all set. And the bleeds are configured. There's no white lights up here. The speeds are also set for departure. 148, 148, 150. I can see 150 in magenta on the PFD. The departure we're going to be flying, which I'll bring up the chart for now because I haven't briefed it. It's a quacky one. Oh, it's an Airbus, I don't need to brief it. Climbing straight ahead to Sprocky. And then left turn to Goalie, 9,000 feet, then Quacky. So let's go over here to Jim's FO thing. So Sparky Goalie, speed limit. Okay, that's 250, I think, probably. Goalie, 9,000 feet set. So we'll level off at 9,000, unless I want to do a continuous climb. And I'll fly it as, well, an EDP 1, I think it treats it as in the FMC. I don't know what the acceleration altitude is set to. That's all good. And that's reviewed, cabin secure, checks complete. We're Airbussing. Great performance on my PC now, next way. taxis really nicely, handles really nicely. Great sounds. Have you set 0.4 up and not down? Most likely list them in. Let me check. Up 0.4. No, it's good. Up 0.4. Up 0.4. Well, the takeoff config was happy. When I did that yesterday, it wasn't happy until I had it right set on what it was meant to be. I won't mention the gears. I got the finger last time. Yeah, I don't have yoke cam on today, John boy. so you just have to imagine if I can flick the bird. You're the first and only person to ever got an actual bird during a live stream. Moan, I probably said up, down, don't know. Thing equals MCDE, FMC, you know what I mean. Right, let me just quickly check the VATSIM map, make sure no one's on final. RIP FPS. Oh, there is actually potentially an aircraft on final, but I don't know what runway he's on. We better just not line up until he's on the ground. Can you see anyone? I saw him on the map. Right, we'll hold it at Echo 3. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing, whoever that is. Ricardo. Hi, Rory. It says timer. We're not quite on the runway yet, my friend, but we will start the timer. We will start the timer. Oh, it turns on a dime. Oh, there we are. That was a bit of an aggressive stop. Right, where is that traffic? Oh, it's hard to tell. What are they landing at Phoenix? I haven't heard anyone on VATSIM, but you know what's going to happen. I'm going to line up. He's going to be right there. Where is he? Or just a high-speed takeoff. And, well, I'll do the before takeoff flow here. So, brake fans checked, fine, line up obtained, transponder to TARA. But so far, it's working really nicely. I haven't seen anything non-Airbus like. Well, it's caught me off guard. Oh, he's on a 9 mile final, so he's miles out, so I'll line up now. Now back 1403, he's lining up a takeoff on 7 left. So that's done. TCAS strobes on.
American 648. Holding at runway Echo, holding point Echo 3 for
so that guy's on 9 miles out still. So MCP set, transponder TARA, strobe lights are on, landing lights are on. I'll put the turn off on as well. Check's complete. Can we have Togas in chat? We're going to Salt Lake City. I could do lots of flyby views in this as well. Right, timer. Thanks for reminding me, Rory. I'll do the chronometer as well. Perfect. There we go. Lined up. Awful line up. 50%. Stabilised. No crazy GT spikes. Everything looks good. Set takeoff thrust. Light forward pressure. 80.6 takeoff thrust set. Indications normal. A little bit of right rudder. I just love the sim. It just feels so much more natural. Takeoff nice, smooth rudder inputs. 100 knots. I think I really forward pressure in the Airbus. Right, there we are. It's neutralised. What a lovely morning. V1, rotate. And we're airborne. Fast rate of climb. Gears up. Oh, I don't need to trim, of course. Just put it on the flight directors and... Wait, I haven't finished, but I have to take... There we go. I have to take off checklist complete. Here we go. Ah, superb. Right, gears up. I'm waiting for my climb command. It's a beautiful day here in Phoenix. Leave a climb. It's going to lower the nose to accelerate to 250 knots now. Now wait for the S to select the flaps up. Does it retract the slats automatically? I'm looking at it. It says 1 plus F still. Just wait until S. Still hand flying, inverted brackets. Right, I'll select flaps up. Tray out, flight done. Well, as Airbuses go, it does seem like an excellent one in X-Plane. Well, the ToLiss was always very well respected. Well, accelerated to 250 knots. Waiting until we get to Sparky. 0.6 miles to go. That trout flight done. I love that comment. It's so good. X-Plane 12 does feel nice. It does look good. Right, I better stop looking at chat. Right, turning left. It just feels really nice. Let me just get onto the flight directors. Little wing view for you. This is Ortho 4XP. So easy to install. Sounds like the Leap as well. Right, I've done enough flying now, if you can call it that. What a pilot one! You're missing out on the amazing Microsoft Flight Sim scenery. It does look good in Microsoft Flight Simulator, agreed, much better, but it ain't half bad. It ain't half bad in... If you've got Ortho... I'll just do a quick little fly around out here, look. Oh, that's so quiet. There we go, look at that. It doesn't look bad. Not as good, but I think... At higher altitude, I think Ortho looks better. Ortho 4XP. Right, there's no ATC, guys, so what I'm going to do is continuous climb to our cruise level, 340. 340 sets. Now, how do I delete the constraint? It's a pull, isn't it? I pull this. There we are, thrust climb, op climb. Pulled! And it's going to go through the restriction. There are other Airbus real-world streamers available. You don't need them. Joking, of course. Be sure to check out V1 and 320 Simpler. Excellent. After takeoff checklist, so exterior lights. I'll turn them all off. I know we're not quite above 10,000 feet. That is set. Wing lights already off. Taxi lights. I think we're still off anyway. Runway turn off, light off. Verify flaps are up. Stow the speed brake, or disarm, I should say. That's it. APU's off. Wasn't required. Engine wing anti-ice monitor. Check's complete. There we are, passing 105,340. So fuel. We've got 5280 on board. The FMC, MCDU says we'll arrive with 2.6 alternates. That's fine. This thing only burns 2 tons there. The cruise lights are off. APU's off. Pressurization. Oh, I forgot to deselect flight controls. 3,000 feet cabin altitude. 3.4 psi set. We'll take off the belts. There we are. Check's complete. And now we've gone past that restriction. Can I push this back in? Yeah, there we are. Climb. We're on our way. Equal climb speed, 290 knots. Beautiful. Oh, is that Goodyear? Is that Goodyear down there? Where's... No, it's not. I got a bit excited. I thought that was where I did my CPL, Oxford Aviation Academy. No, I think that's over there somewhere. Ignore me. Yeah, it will be over there, down to the south, not to the north. I got a bit excited. Do you set standard in the Airbus, or does it do it itself? It does it... no, you have to do it, Brendan. You have to do that. Pushback, has X-Plane 12 improved since early access? Yes, certainly looks a lot better. Clouds and all the lighting. Domino Mosina, thank you very much. 35 months as a member, and very much spent a lot of your spare time moderating too, so thanks for that. Sky is blue, roses are red, stop flying Boeing and fly Airbus instead. What an awful rhyme that was. I'm out of here.
Rage quit.
Thanks, Domino Mosina, appreciate that. Javian McCallum, any chance of landing from the co-pilot seat? Hey, let's walk before we can run. Let's see what we can do. Oh dear. I absolutely hammered it down yesterday on the test sector. What a lovely day to have gone flying. Yeah. Was it 9:40 in the morning here? Beautiful. I thought you feared a bit weak about when you thought it was good year. I got a bit excited. The one thing that look at the light. Look, they need to fix something here. Right? That lighting, even this is still too dark. But look what happens when you move your head up here. Look how dark it goes. Bright and then dark. It's too dark. Alright, I'll put the tray table away now. Set standard. Standard set. I have both, but Microsoft Flight Sim Physics are a joke. Yeah, I think X-Plane provides a more realistic sensation of flights, whereas Microsoft Flight Simulator, I don't get that same experience for me. I think a lot of people have gone to Microsoft Flight Simulator exclusively, but I reckon that people who are X-Plane users are now going to probably see how X-Plane 12 is developing and might consider reinstalling it. I'm no way at all affiliated with X-Plane 12, but it is X-Plane is a great sim, and they're chipping away, improving things day by day. And this is just vanilla X-Plane 12 I'm using. There's no other plugins apart from the things like the better pushback things for like the landing rate calculator. I use this B2 volume control, which is really good for the streams. Yeah, I like it. I thought we were not going to mention
50,
that test sector.
40,
Yeah,
30,
it's come up a few
20,
times today.
10.
Cheers, John from Wiltshire for the £2.
This can't be a real Airbus if rotation was manual.
What do you mean, like taking off? I think didn't actually the A350 do an automatic takeoff recently on some sort of a test flight? I have no job soon. Thanks a lot, John from Wiltshire for the £2. Hope you're doing well. I did a full manual takeoff. I pulled back on the stick, and I did it all on myself. Cheers, buddy. M3 Telly, yes, agreed. Flight data sim. What camera add-on do you use, or how do you change views? I just moved to X-Plane 12 and I'm confused. X-Plane has the best default camera system. This is default X-Plane cameras, M3 Telly. So you've got your number pad. You can assign views. So one I do this every aircraft I fly. One is sort of captain seat. 2 is MCP, 3 for FMC, 4 for overhead panel, 5 for up overhead panel, 6 for the pedestal, 7 wing view left, 8 wing view right, 9 jib. They're the different camera views, and then you have lots of default camera views, which is great. This is the one which is I really like, the flyby. There you go. Shift 3 is your nearest tower. Shift 4 is outside, and you can use your mouse, the keyboard. But look at Ortho. Ortho is so easy to install. You can leave it downloading overnight as long as you've got a decent enough internet connection. And look how good it looks. Now look at the clouds. They're not so great. And also another thing, the shadows are a bit naff. They've done something to the cloud shadows, but you can see going through the cloud shadows. It changes the lighting on the plane. It's really cool. I'm going to go right over the Grand Canyon today, guys, as well. Now, one thing I've noticed, just like with the Max, the climb rate at the higher altitudes is a lot poorer. The Max climbs a lot slower than the NG. They do produce more thrust, but at higher altitude, I think due to the size of the bypass, or the amount of thrust that's produced by bypass air going through around the engine, it actually creates less thrust. So you can see, look, we've got a full load of passengers. I didn't actually show you today. So we've got 188 passengers, no checked-in bags. So we're reasonably heavy, 63 tons for the zero fuel weight. But you'll see as soon as we get up to sort of above 30,000 feet, the climb forwards really reduces. Harrison, can you fly underwater? You can't. Not in this sim or in real life. Daniel B, you can actually store up to 20 views. I've made mine so you can use Control Alt number then Alt number to trigger. Wow, I didn't know that. Ilias, does one require Ortho for X-Plane 12? Not at all, but the stock scenery isn't very good. It's all generic. I mean, it's okay if you're flying IMC, it doesn't matter, but But I install Airflow on a street-by-street basis, just do it the day before. But look at that. And don't forget, what you see is the stream, where it's a little bit hazy. This is so crisp for me. You know, it looks great. No ATC at all. Got LA Centre on. That was it. Maybe I should have flown this in Europe for the first one to try some CPDLC. We will fly again where I can find someone who's utilising CPDLC so we can use it on the way. We need one in the NG. PMDG needs to implement one, or Zebo. Larry, Flight Sim, you do pretty much the same as I do with camera reviews, except I have them bound to letters, for example, M for MCP, P for pilot sheet, Q for product contract. Perfect. Whatever works for you. That works quite well. That is true, Astro. Ilfo is so easy, but Microsoft Flight Sim is literally no effort. Absolutely. And that's one of the beauties of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Another big pro of Microsoft Flight Simulator, installing scenery or add-ons. Just pop it in the community folder, boom, done. Sorts it all out for you. It's great. That is true, Listerman, yes. VATSIM Germany uses CPDLC on all ACC sectors. Okay. I'll consider that next time. But I had one of the members really wanting me to fly into Salt Lake City, and I hadn't done it on a stream, so I thought, oh, let's go there. Yeah, Kieran, I sort of would agree. I think IFR flying is really good in this sim. But the modern aircraft, I mean, even you'll see on this landing, that aircraft behaviour seems really nice. What is CPDLC? It's Controller Pilot Data Link Communications. It's a form of sort of texting an air traffic controller, and the whole idea behind it is to minimise or reduce the amount of people talking on the radio. Prior to CPDLC, certain areas, let's say London at particular times of the day, or busy sectors like Maastricht, you can't get a word in edgeways sometimes, so CPDLC reduces workload, reduces the amount of people on the radio. Next story, Captain, in the real life 737, is CPDLC done through the FMC? Yes, at my operator it's in the FMC using a system called FANS, and there's another one as well which I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but some 737s do have a third party system. Sort of similar to this. I've seen 737s where they have a little system here in the pedestal, but I think most sort of integrated into the FMC. And this is also integrated into the FMC as well. It's quite a complex or well-modelled system. For example, I'll try and remember how to use it. So if there was anyone online, you go to ATSU menu, you'd log in, you can then request lots of things, you can get your clearance through it. Data link status, so you can still, I think, grab ATISs and things like that through it. So for example, weather ATIS, let's get the weather for our destination. There's no one online, so I'll select Meta. I think that prints it off as well, just like, there it goes, look, it prints it from here. So that's quite a neat feature. This was also on the InnyBuilds Airbus, so I'll click that and it pops it down here, look. There you are, so you can get the Meta printed out. So 18014 gusting 23, so expect 16 landing on southerly in Salt Lake City. A few clowns and many American terms. There we go. Cool. Oh, the ATIS is actually grabbed out of X-Pilot. Ah, but does someone have to have put some weather in there first? Daniel, big problem with Microsoft Flight Sim though, it has a very long directory to the community folder. I have to use a junction link to make it work. Oh, I just have it saved in Windows. What do you call it? As a quick access link, so it's pinned, so I can easily get to it. Lighting is way better in X-Plane. Microsoft Flight Sim kind of looks cartoonish. Once you fly X-Plane, you ain't going to go back. Planes feel so much more immersive. They do. Fans one is Boeing solution, Fans A is the Airbus solution. Yeah, we have two FMC CPDLC systems though, Fans and another one, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Is the camera functioning like in the Zebo? Yeah, you can because you can program it in any aircraft. M3 tally. You basically move your head around. I'll give you an example. Look, let me just zoom in here. I could, let's say 0 I wanted as clock. So if I put, I've set that now to clock. So if I just press 0, look, boop, I could do it any view I want. Look, I could even be outside. Boop, shortcut to clock. You just move the camera where you want it to be. But I have it set to EFB tablet view. There we are for 0. Oh, I mean the camera for the cockpit door. Oh no, it's just a static image. Got you. There we are, we're on the cruise. There you are, Golf Charlie November, Grand Canyon. Superb. ETP equal time point then. And where's our top of descent? It will be at 17:29. Just a little over 30 minutes from now. Look at this scenery. Just turn up the old music in the background. Where are your fixes? I'll put some fix rigs in shortly. So yeah, it's getting better, this sim. It really is. Jasper, do you prefer flying the A320 or 737 based on the sim? What sort of question is that, Jasper? No, joking aside, there are some amazing desktop add-on aircraft now. Is that good, yeah? Kieran, aren't you funny? Ho ho ho. Daniel B, did you match your heading? You're in an Airbus, yeah? Alright, I was hoping no one spotted that. I was just setting it and I went, oh yeah, don't need to do that. Alessandro, to be honest, I was hoping to see better texture on a new aircraft. Yeah, I think the Phoenix probably looks, well, it does look considerably better, but it's a lot better, the Phoenix, the ToLiss here than it was in the other models. I think it looks pretty good. You can see like, the images are a little bit pixelated in this view, whereas in the ToLiss they look really good in Microsoft Flight Sim. But still, more than functional. Jim Packard, it's so crazy how silent these planes are in real life. First time I flew Neo was really weird. I've not flown as a passenger in the Neo or the Max, but flying it's so much quieter, even for the cockpit, where most of the noise is airflow. But on approach, it's a bit unnerving. You can't hear thrust changes. You sort of get used to it, really. Flight deck 737 can't beat a Boeing 737-800. You got it. Is this ortho? Yes. Cloud shadows do look a bit naff in X-Plane though. They're sort of like blobby and boxy. Ah, look ahead. Grand Canyon ahead, look. Lighting improvement, yes. We were saying in Discord yesterday when I was streaming some of the members, this eye adjustment thing, look how the lighting changes when you look outside and look in. Let's hope they have an option to disable it. I just don't like it. I don't like how dark it is when you're looking outside. KFC Turbo, can you show us how to input an extended sensor line in the FMC? What, this one? No. But if you want to know how to do it the 737 FMC, KFC Turbo, go to your legs page, bring a waypoint on the extended sensor line to the top of the legs page, select one left, and then before executing, the bottom right, you should see it say, what is it off the top of my head? You should be able to insert the a track, put in the final approach track in there, and then execute, and that will extend your center line. It took off those are cloud shadows. I thought they were pods. Yeah, cloud shadows. A bit naff. Yeah, it's not even an eye adjustment thing, it's just simulating an exposure meter for cameras. It's 0% realism, absolutely. Peter MCDU top right fix info simples. Matteo Chewy, hope you're doing well. Direct 2 points and then you enter radial in, so the reciprocal of the runway heading. Why the reciprocal? Might do some quick maths. Direct 2. So if I was to say, what's our next well? Let's say direct to Grand Canyon ahead. And then radial in, radial out. Okay, that's how you do it if you want to know an Airbus. I'm not going to because I am going to break it. Look down there, guys. It was only 3 weeks ago we virtually flew into Grand Canyon Airport, which is on the nose just below or behind this cloud. I think one a little bit further up.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Yeah, let's go quite high. Yeah, still 20 miles ahead. But there is the Grand Canyon ahead. Good in the ortho. Yeah, there's the airport. Look at this. Elliot Smith, 16 months as a member. Hope you're doing well. Alright, you guys. I'm not going to look onto Discord tonight because I'm going to have to. I fear some banter. Look, I got a bit excited because I thought I saw Goodyear and I lived there for 6 months. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Oops. Unbelievable. Cool. So I was saying, yeah, unfortunately no ATC at the moment, so I can't utilise CPDLC. LA Centre's online. They actually have. Oh, they actually have. Well, I wonder if I could log into LA Centre even though I'm nowhere near and just request something for him, or talk to him. I'm looking a little here on the VATSIM map. I mean, I'm actually transiting. Oh, guys, we might actually get some ATC here because we're transiting through LA. Well, it looks like it's through the LA Centre airspace. Let me try and log on to ATC here. Maybe he'll talk to me. I've got their 4-letter code. It's on. I've double-clicked them. It's Kilo Zulu Lima Alpha. Let's see if I can connect first. So it's ATSU, no connection status. Bear with me, guys, because I've got to try and find out how to connect. Firstly, make sure your data's on here, just like in ours. Data, you've got to have data selected. Goodyear ATC probably has CPDLC. I'm not watching. I'm not reading chat anymore. Connection notification. Aha. Let's try and log in. Might not be in his area of responsibility, but let's see. I've notified him. I've sent him a notification. $1,700 Zulu. This is very realistic. Very not too dissimilar to how we log in on the CPDLC on the NG73. You'll see the response in the little CPDLC window. Okay. Well, he's not responded yet. I've notified him again. See what happens. Will you be simulating an engine failure? Absolutely not, Polsky. But I am going to revisit the 737 failure stream again soon. Hopping could take up to 3 minutes, oh really? What is the thing in the front of the middle front of the windshield for? That thing? Isn't it a thermometer? Absolutely, Daniel B, if Zebo ever gets around to making one. Over Grand Canyon National Airport. Oh, wonderful. But there, look at that there, look! Look at that! Look how crisp. Ortho looks so good from the cruise altitude, so realistic. Just a shame about the dodgy shadows in Explain 12 Clouds, but they'll improve. But look at that scenery! Oh, sorry, it's an ice indicator detector. There you go. You have a company message, John. Ooh! Active ATC, Kilo Zulu Lima Alpha. Should we request a climb or something? Let's see if it... Well, no. So I'm actually now connected. But he's not... I've not had any ding or anything to contact his centre, but I have connected to him. Imagine having to look at your wiper blades to check for ice. It doesn't... It's the exact same thing, Kieran. Alright, well... It's a bit weird because I'm logged in, but I'm not sort of talking to him. When can we... stream Boeing. Should we request something? Ooh, should we request... Oh, this is a little bit different to ours. Climb to 360. Should we say now, or can you just put the time in at 17:05? Ooh. Request. But it's a bit funny because I'm not actually logged on to him. Let me just add text. Due to medical. I want to climb 360 due to medical. Due to aircraft performance. No, I just want to climb at pilot discretion. No, I don't want that. Oh, I've removed it all here. Oh, I'm not looking at chat right now. I pretend I didn't see that ending. I've sent it. Oh. Send. I've requested it. Okay. Oh, that scared the bejeebers out of me. Right, I've requested climb. Hello. Oh, it's doing things that mine doesn't do. Oh. How do I respond? I'll print that. Right, I've requested... Oh dear, it helps if... Log on accepted. Request climb. How do I... Oh, I don't know. It's for you. Click close. Unable due airspace. Okay. Okay, I've got you. Oh, well, we can see how it works. So I've spoken to the controller, and I guess he can't accept a climb because he's not controlling my area. So I want to ask him how he is. That's really cool. So yeah, that is CPDLC. I spoke to the VATSIM controller as you would in real life. You'd speak to a real controller. You usually get instructions for it, so they can tell you to change frequencies, headings, climbs, set squawks. You can even request weather in certain sectors, and it just means you don't have to talk, you know. But there you go. That was sort of cool to sort of be able to show you it today as well. I hope you like that. And this is the... I don't know any other add-on that can do this at the moment. I know the A3, the IndyBuilds aircraft could do it in X-Plane, but I don't think the Microsoft Flight Simulator version does it. It's so cool. I just need to get one in a 7.3 now. Oh, we're past the Grand Canyon now, though. Excellent add-on. Excellent. Oh, Phoenix does have it. My apologies. My apologies. The Phoenix does have it. Welcome. Well, that's great. Vodafone notification when your tower is about to end. And the Challenger 650. Well, that has everything. Cool. I only wanted to ask him have a nice day. That's cool. Didn't have enough credit to answer. Yeah, he'd been called back. You know, I ended up charging me. Yes, Elliot Smith, Concord stream very soon. I have it for Explain 12. Awesome. Well, almost halfway. Asking for directions to Goodyear. Request direct to Goodyear. Look, what is unbelievable? Can someone actually clip that so I can actually play it back? Did I genuinely sound that excited? Oh dear, you guys need to sod off. There we are. Is he telling me? I hope that's not him telling me to log off. You were pretty excited. Astrid, any plans to 90k stream yet? No, not yet. We will do a charity stream, of course, and we'll find a good course. What do you prefer, Pratt & Whitney's or Leaps? I really don't have that sort of preference between the two Yaroslav, but they're both modern engines, aren't they? Carbon fibre fan blades. Yeah, the Leaps are significant progress in technology over the CFMs, at least. Fuel burn, was it 10-11% less fuel burn? Anyway, we're still 140 odd miles from top of descent. Pratt & Whitney spooled up Howley's awesome. Leap all the way. Ooh, bit of a debate here. Yeah, that's all the future here. Actually, what's going to be next after these? I mean, this will be the main engine on single aisle, short, medium haul jet airliners. Now will either have these Leaps or the Pratt & Whitneys now for at least the next 10 years. Has to be. We're equal time point. So living on a prayer. Yes, we are almost halfway. Right over the Grand Canyon now. Next is Bryce Canyon, and then we'll start our descent. Salt Lake City, very high. Elevation's around 4,000 feet, 4,200 feet. Ah, 2 tons. Flight into sim. Still on the fence regarding the Max v the NG. Now, jumped into the Max last year, flew it once, back in the NG, loved it. Flew the Max a lot for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Loved it, but then I jumped back into an NG because I was called off standby, went to a different base, back in the NG, and I really liked being back in the NG. It was sort of like a bit, it just feels a bit more familiar. But then I jumped back in the Max again, and for the longer sectors, the Max, I swear to you, is less fatiguing because it is quieter. Now, I do have A20s with noise cancelling, but I don't know, the glass screens, the information's just presented in a nicer way. Yeah, it really is tough. I really like that I can still fly the NG for now, yeah, I love both of them really, but I did sort of get, when I flew the Max on its own, I was like, oh great. One thing I also love about the Max is single engine taxi is considerably easier, so we try and do as much single engine taxiing as possible, benefit the environment, save fuel, but the NG you've got to be a bit careful with. We have my operator, if you're over 63 tons, you can't do single engine taxi anyway. But if you're sort of 60, 61, 62, and you're taxiing single engine, if you stop and there's any level of slope whatsoever, you just can't get it moving. Whereas the Max has so much thrust at idle thrust, like even if you're at max takeoff weight, you just take the brakes off, it just rolls forward on its own for the thrust being produced. So I do really like that over the NG. Tom, 37 months a member, thank you very much. He says, Happy Pi Day, everyone. Is it, what Pi 3.14? What? Okay, fair enough. Happy Pi Day, everyone. Hope you're doing well anyway, Tom. Thanks for your continued support. Welcome on board that Atlantic Jet 001. Hope you're doing well. Honestly, boys and their toys. Absolutely, Rory. Does the Max feel different whilst hand flying? No, not really. I found the Max easier to land, and we've all said it. Why, we have no idea. But yeah, it's designed to feel like the NG. You had Jacobs fly next to his Airbus again. Ah. It's also Einstein's birthday. I did not know that. Good you. Comments are unbelievable. But yeah, it is sitting here very nicely at 34,000 feet. And I'll just double check. So I'm still connected here. What I might do is disconnect, because we sort of demonstrated it, but he can't really do much because I'm not in his airspace. Oh, I'll just leave him connected. Oh, notification failed. Oh, how do I disconnect? It's gonna start ringing me again. It's gonna make me jump. Oh, who knows? It's very good though. It's very good. Diego, hello. How are you doing? Very well, thank you. This has been dumped me. I think he has done. So who's this annoying idiot requesting messages when he's not even in my airspace? Evergreen, why is the Max easy to land? What you say it is. Why is that? As I was just saying, we don't really know. It has the speed brakes do deploy automatically on the approach, sort of give you sort of a ensure you land on the main gear instead of sort of as a tricycle. Whether that assists during the flare, I don't know, but it seems to be easier to judge. Put it this way, landing flat 40 in the Max is like landing flat 30 in the NG, is what it feels like. And flat 40 is a little bit trickier in the NG to land with. Yeah, well done, Kieran. Well done. No CPDLC. Who did? Is the Max fly-by-wire? No, Brendan. Apart from the speed brakes do work via fly-by-wire. Oh, ATC's logged off. That might be why CPDLC isn't working. Oh yes, there's no CPDLC. There's no ATC whatsoever. But we sort of half showed it at least. Unbelievable. They do need to sort out these sort of vertical cliff face clouds. Nice ortho down there. Love the little jet wash as well. That feels like going on holiday. I'm going on holiday in 4 weeks. Your closest en route control is Atlanta. That's quite far away. Black Doctor, have you ever had tyre issues on either the Max or NG? Nope. Very lucky. Touch wood. Mike, isn't the control wheel steering, or what's it called, kind of like fly-by-wire? It sort of gives you that feeling, yes, but control wheel steering in the 737, all you're doing is manipulating the autopilot through the control column, but it's sort of, yes, we call it Airbus mode essentially. I've never used it on the line. Oh, that's right. It's a happy Baha'i Day, yes, because of course you have the dates backwards. Yes, 14th of March, but you say 314. Okay, I get it. I see. But no, I've not flown on a A320 Neo, so I can't tell you if this sounds realistic or not, but it certainly gives you the immersion of being a passenger.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Hello Lenny, thank you for your support as a member. That's at least a year. You have a captain's stripe there. Thank you very much for your support. I hope you're doing very well, and thanks for popping in to this live stream today. So Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane 12. I prefer Microsoft Flight Sim graphics, but I feel that X-Plane 12 flight dynamics are better. Yes, it's a big debate, and every time I mention on a stream that I prefer the X-Plane 12 dynamics, I sort of get a lot of people going, oh, you know, talking about blade element theory against CFD. Now, I just want to show you a comment on one of my videos from someone who was studying, as he contacted me and he commented on one of my videos about CFD simulation, Microsoft Flight Simulator, sort of praising it, but it's sort of explaining. Oh, let me just show you the comment, it'll be easier. Because there was a big debate going on one of my. It was just one comment. I had about 100 people commenting it at one point. It was crazy. I shall try and find it. I can't find it. Ah, here it is. So this is from one of the he was a he's got a PhD in aeronautics, and he's been sort of studying or utilises CFD in his degree for engineering as well. And he said that CFD offers approximations at best. It's very useful for simple design aircraft. And just because if something has a comprehensive CFD model doesn't make it more accurate. Aerospace engineers I've interacted with designed their planes purely on CFD, and they flew absolutely awfully. Sometimes simpler is better. Break the plane into a few parts, run the same maths we've been using for decades, and voila, it flies predictably and well. My point being, what you bring up is valid with CFD, but as an aerospace-focused engineer, I've always learned to have pretty much no faith in CFD. Ironically, I found blade element theory works surprisingly well for how much simpler it is. Generally responds more realistically with less fine-tuning. And this is an aerodynamics engineer who commented on one of my videos. Because I'm still learning about the differences, it's all quite new to me, but having sat on my arse on an aeroplane for nearly 6,000 hours of my life, I just get a more realistic feeling of flights in X-plane. That's all I can compare it to. Goes back into the cockpit to find an engine fire. Yes, let's have a look. I hope not. Look at this scenery down here. Superb. In America, what do they sort of grow on these sort of fields? Don't they have a sort of like a sprinkler in the middle? So you only sort of see those in the US. Certainly not in the UK. Rory, I'm noticing slight variations in engine note in the cruise. Is that true to real life? Yes, in the cockpit of the 737 though, with so much noise being generated from the airflow, you wouldn't really hear it, but there are subtle changes in thrust. Probably not as frequently as this, but I think it's just adjusting to slight changes in temperature and wind in the sim. But yeah, engine thrust does often change a few times a minute. Welcome, Jose. That's the signal. That's the signal that you're about to land next take a flight. Skywalker 1592. Hey, I'm currently doing my APLs. I was wondering, from your studies, which subject do you find you use the most during your line flying? Oh, what's going on with these clouds? Funky clouds and explains still, aren't they? So everything you study in your ATPLs, day to day, you'll probably use about 5% of it. It's flying a modern airliner. It's more about management as opposed to pure flying. Now, don't get me wrong. When no discredit to Airbus at all, you've still got to hand fly these in challenging conditions. But certainly on the 737, when you're flying with a 30-knot crosswind, gusting up to 40, right on limits, it's driving rain as well. You have to have those core flying skills to be able to, you're flying it. There's no computer between you and the controls. You're moving the controls directly with the control column. But going back to the theoretical side, probably things you're going to use day-to-day, meteorology would come into it, but it's just about building that core knowledge. You know, I'll be perfectly honest with you, my core knowledge is probably, well, it won't be anywhere near as good as it would be for in the ground schools, but I do occasionally flick through sort of the books just to build up some knowledge here and there, and a few things. And what's quite nice is that the members do ask some great questions sometimes, and it forces me to review that topic as well, especially when it comes to the basic ATPL theory. But yeah, you know, day to day, what you'll actually use when you get onto the line, it's all about managing the aircraft. You know, the airline's number one philosophy is the safety and efficiency of the airline. So that's what it's all about. Oh, Atlantic, don't have to apologise, Atlantic Jet 001. It's quite a commonly asked question. Everyone always asks me who's new to the channel, but it's something I don't wish to disclose. My operator's well aware I run the channel. I wrote to them when I started it, and they said that sounds really cool. And they actually had no issue with me saying who I worked for, but it's just easier to not state who I work for, so I don't get asked any awkward questions, and I don't have to give any awkward answers. But thank you very much for your understanding on that one. No need to apologise, good man. What colour was the tyre of your first CFI? What question is this? Oh, I know, me too, I'm Atams. I'm extremely tired of my sim v your sim. People seem to have forgotten live and let live, and feel compelled to dismiss sim X in favour of sim Y. Extremely tiring and boring debate, absolutely. And yet you're airbusing again. Have we learned nothing? I do fly for Alpaca anyways. Perfect, right. I need to start setting up for the approach. Look at this, we're checking, we're only 40 miles away, but 'tis an Airbus. One does not need to do a huge amount prior to top of descent, if I remember rightly. So I'll bring up the menu. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to bring up the PDF here. So this is just one of the ToLiss menus. There's manuals. This is a very detailed one explaining all the systems, hidden click spots, how to use CPDLC. They've got several others as well. A tutorial for you to follow if you're new to the aircraft, which is great. I always follow the tutorials when it's a new aeroplane. And they also got a sort of like an FCOM too. But I'm following this one I found online on how to set up the A320. So in the cruise, we'll imagine we've done all our various checks. So descent planning. So firstly, go to flight plan A, descent winds and arrival. I think they're already in. So I think you just press anything after top of descent. So constraints, wind data's all in. RadNav, it's an ILS. I don't need to press anything here. You guys have taught me that. Approach is on the. Is it in it? No. How do I get to the approach page? Even though it tells you right here in the PDF. Where is it? Performance page. I'll get rid of that now. Perf. There we are. Next phase. Next phase. Perfect. So QNH. I think I can just fetch it all from here. So landing performance. Look at this. It takes it from the FMS. Salt Lake City. Runway 16 right from the META. 180 at 19. So landing on 16 right. 13 degrees. 1013 is the QNH. It was dry. Anti-ice off. Landing weight 66.4. We'll take full flaps. Air conditioning on. Pilot VAP. I think that's. We just have to compute maybe. Maybe I have to add some knots there. I don't know. Anyway, with low brakes. Reverse on. My V approach speed is 138 knots. Required landing distance is 1280. Predictive landing distance 1701. So you can see, look, I've got loads of space left here. And with auto brake low, I reckon it says I'm going to be landing in 1700 meters, which is quite short for a low auto brake setting. Look at that, you even get engine out gradients. I don't know if that's actually based off terrain, but that's, if we go around, I think it's the actual gradient. No, that's the actual gradient. We'll fly 4.8%. So status okay, there's the weather. Let's see if I can. Oh no, I think I just have to put it in manually, that's fine. I am entering descent data. What's it? This is 29902, isn't it? Let's have a look here, just check the pressure setting. It is 29902. There we are. I'm entering descent data. We're approaching top of descent now, so what I'm going to do is quickly have a look on the arrival. Let's see what our first restriction is on the Delta 6. So we're going to be routing direct to Delta. It says expect 17,000 at jam end, so let's imagine ATC has said, right, descend 17,000 to be level at jam in. It says 186. We'll put that restriction in manually. Insert. There we are. Jam in 17,000. I'll set it on the MCP. There we are. We're Airbusing. And now it should start its descent automatically, right? Or I don't need to do anything. Oh, let's see what happens. That's done. What else have I got to put in here? ILS, let's have a look here. So the elevation, look at that, 4,200 feet. Minimums for the straighted ILS, Cat 1, 4423. So we'll set that in Barrow. Don't need to do anything else here. Full flaps as discussed. Temperature is 13 degrees. Mag wind is 180 at 19, gusting 27. So we'll just use the least wind. So that's going to be the most conservative. There we are. I've put everything in. Step through the FMS though, make sure it's going to do our thing. Need to push to descent. Thanks. Pushing. Pushing. Top of descent chats, ladies and gentlemen. And is it going to do 1,000 feet initially and then capture the green dot profile? Oh, we're in cloud, so I'll put engine anti-ice on. We do that while operating when in descent. Engine anti-ice is on. Where's my green dot? Yes, look, it's doing 1,000 feet per minute, so I guess that profile will come in soon. There it is! My green dot VNav. This will go idle descent then? Drum roll please. Oh, thrust idle. There we are. Oh, not nearly idle descent. Oh, I'm so good at Airbus now. I'm just the best. Not right. Routing from Delta to jam in. I can pop this out and put that over here. Look at this, so you can see everything. So we're going to be routing here, Delta, jam in. I need to go to plan, don't I? Mode change. Jam in, Draper, 14, 13, 12,000. It's all looking correct. 11,000 at Pit, and then from Pit to Magny. Magny's also 11,000, so we've got a little bit of a level segment there. And then Quipper, I love these days, and then it's just vectored downwind after Roy, and then manual. So we'll leave it on a heading when we get to Roy, and then what I'll do, if there's no AT, I'll just self-position onto the ILS. So we'll go from there. And then the ILS is all tuned. I don't need to do anything, do I? It's all in there. It's an Airbus. Frequencies, courses, minimums I've set. Well, I haven't set those, it does it for me. Look at the high terrain though, 12,700. I've been led to believe it's a beautiful approach. Yesterday it was all in IMC, but we'll enjoy the approach today. And then we'll land on 16 right and plan to vacate at either Alpha 5 or Alpha 4, and then straight on to a stand here. Superb. Now, for the sake of realism for this stream, I will not be utilising or doing any replays or sort of repositions here, but I cannot stress how good that if I press save here, I don't know, if I just put test here, save, if I was to actually press that and load in, I can reload the sim if it crashes, just press that and it'll be perfect. It'll be exactly where it was, correct speed, height. The only thing that would have changed is the weather in the sim, potentially. It's really, really good. Look at this beautiful routing though coming in from the south. Excellent. V1 simulations will give you your type rating. You're almost past 320 Simpala and V1. I'm almost as good as them in the Airbus. Click on the constraint button to follow the VNav. I will do that, sir. There we are. So that's what VNav's doing. Idle path. Just keep the speed in between that window. Have you ever missed your top of descent in the sim? In a stream, I've frequently passed top of descent. I'm pretty good at real life and not missing it. It's usually ATC that's kept us high. Mike's much talented, very Airbusing. Brilliant. Question: the wind speed on the weather, are they true speed or indicated airspeed? I think it's just true speed. Yeah, it's not that's not nothing to do with indicated airspeed there. That's just the wind, what the actual true wind is. Yeah, ToLiss autosave is the best. Fix rings. Ah, yes, of course. And someone showed me how to do it yesterday. Reminded me. So I think I just select anything on descent. Fix info. Kilo, Sierra, Lima, Charlie, and then 1-6 right. I mean, it's just some stuff you can't teach. 10, and then 6 miles. I think is the point in an Airbus you configure. How do I? Oh yeah, next page. Let's put in another one. Kilo, Sierra, Lima, Charlie. In fact, I'm just going to put a 5-1 in, just for situation awareness. So I've put some fixed rings in. I love it. Look at that. Situation awareness improved. So this is not an in-flight failure stream. No, Martin, I'm in an Airbus. It's by default a failure. Or, aka, I'm going to fail. But look how well it's idle path, descent, holding the speed really nice. I think this is, well, I'm sure. I think 320 Pilot and Sim Pilot and V1 streamed it, and I think they both liked it. Martin, it could be fun to watch, yes, but you know, I understand. You know, A to B flights can be a little mundane and repetitive, but this is my first ever time streaming and showcasing an add-on. If I start throwing things like that in the mix, I'm gonna screw something up. I promise you, we'll revisit that in the NG soon. Flight Echo Captain, do you wish the NG and Max had the ACARS system the Airbus has for better management of failures? Obviously it's more modern to have an ACARS system which tells you what to do, but you know, I'm used to and trained to deal with failures as they come in the 737, which is incredibly rare. How many times have I had to go into QRH for real in the last 12 years? Probably 5-6 times, and they've been for very simple things. I think half of them have been window heat, which usually comes up. I've never had anything serious at all. So, yeah, you know, modern aircraft have it because they have the technology now, but I don't yearn for it in the NG or Max. Steve Jakes, this is a respectable channel, have you know? We never do such things as failures, landing on aircraft carriers or beaches, or fly under bridges. No, I've never done any of that. Never. Yeah, I think we'd love to see a 737 Max. I know there is one for X-Plane. But it's a copyrighted issue with it, isn't there? Is window heat on the minimum equipment list? Off the top of my head, Daniel B, I think you're right. Just so long it's just like with the QRH, as long as you don't go below 250 knots, below 10,000. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. Every time it's come on, I've turned it off and on and fixed it. To raise landing gear, unbelievable. Boss, you deleted those videos. Are you referring to the one where the engine did fail and I had no clue and I was using colourful language? Ooh, I think I popped my head out the window. There we are. Now we're approaching the first restriction at 17,000. I'm now going to go down to 14,000 and set 2992. And you can see that the constraints in there, so I think it'll level off and then it'll descend. Will it automatically descend to maintain the next restriction, 14,000 at Draper? You can see the constraints in magenta, so it will level off here. I guess as soon as I pass... Well, it won't level off. Wait, no, it is. Speed. Let's see what happens when we passed it. Oh no, I think it's just doing that to recapture the vertical path, isn't it? And then it will start descending a little bit steeper to maintain 14,000 at Draper. Let's keep it on it. Yeah, it will automatically descend. Perfect. Did you finish entering the weather on the approach page? I believe I did. Yes. I tell you what, I will do Boga today. Do you want me to do Boga? I haven't done it for over a year. I will Boga, alright? I will Boga. think I would have been a type, haven't I? Yeah, half-5. Yeah, we'll boger. We'll boger. It's been a long time since we've done that. And it's so easy in the Airbus anyway. Seatbelt sign come on, even though I think it's been on the entire flight. Where are you? Oh no, I didn't turn them off. Or maybe I never turned them on. I love everyone going, what is boger?
Minimums.
Karen, ever had a nervous moment as a passenger?
Approaching
I think
minimums.
a lot of my colleagues and myself who operate the aircraft always as passengers sort of sometimes think what's going on. I'm a bit of a nervous airline passenger. I want to be, why is it doing that? I remember flying to my old base 4 years ago in a Dash 8 and the weather wasn't that great, and on the approach and all of a sudden the engines went or they increased the RPM, excuse my sound effects there, and I went, oh, what's that? My heart went in my mouth and I was like, oh, I don't like it. It was really bumpy. It's like, mate, I was thinking it's the FO falling asleep and falling onto the RPM levers. Yeah, I haven't had any moments as a passenger. I've been nervous. No, Joe, no. Look, that was not the best impression I've ever done. How I feel right now. Right, down to 14,000. Next restrictions at 13,000. We're actually 10,000 feet above the elevation airfield now, so we'll do our post-cruise checks. Engine anti-ice can come off, which... what's the temperature? Where is it in the Airbus? Damn it. Oh, it is, you know, pop those back on actually. So, engine anti-ice on. Lights, turn off, and this can go on as well. There's our angle bang, pressurization's all fine. 3.5 psi, decreasing sets. Seatbelts on, jets complete. Beautiful approach here from the south. Not we can see much. We're now descending to 13,000 to be level at Spake. You Q400 sound back. Oh, Yankee Fox, unbelievable. You guys flowing the banter today. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Approaching 13,000. You know what? I'll go full Airbus and just set the lowest altitude on the MCP possible, which is 11,000, and then Roy. What's the MSA now? Sector 8,600. Let's set 9,000. There we are. Then I can just let VNAV do its thing, or whatever it's called. Descent mode. Utah, beautiful state. Never been. Martin, I like to follow takeoff using a phone app. One time at about 2,000 feet, I noticed we stopped climbing. Turns out a passenger had fainted and we diverted to Stansted. Oh dear. Yes, medical emergency is taken very seriously. So auto throttle's now maintaining speed. Oh, now it's going idle thrust to make the next restriction, I think. It's 2,000 at Hiri. Look at that down there. Now we're now in this little valley where Salt Lake City is. Jim's got well, Jim. It's too cloudy. Haven't got the best view here. Southwest set airport elevation on IFR approach and setting missed approach altitude is actually part of the go around procedure. Very odd. Oh really? That's interesting. Yeah, my operator. Well, you all know I step down one altitude at a time. There we are. There's the airport. There it is. There's Salt Lake City. It's so it's an awesome how the whole city's sort of set in this very wide valley. Beautiful approach. You're looking a bit fast there, mate. Am I? Yeah, alright. 280 knots. There's no. Is there any restriction I'm meant to be following? No. Maybe I should be doing 250 knots because we are more than we're less than 10,000 feet above the aerodrome. But no, we'll keep speed up. There's an out constraint, which is absolutely fine. And then we're going to maintain this altitude now until we get to Magny. What resolution do you download your cruise level ortho imagery at? I just use 17 today, but usually 16, 15's sufficient. But I only had to download, was it 20 tiles this entire sector? So I've got quite quick internet here. So I think it took 3 hours to download 20 tiles at zoom level 17 overnight last night. That trade table has never seen so much stowage. Love it. Right, we're downwind 11,000. That's as per the arrival at 11,000 feet. So after Quipper, we'll start a gentle descent, and then we'll think about turning base at around 10 miles, maybe towards Beehive. We'll go from there, and we need to be around 7.5 there. Beautiful. With 7.5. Don't forget the elevation's 4,200. So yeah, we want to be at around 7,200 feet on final. In fact, as soon as we've gotten past Magni, I might just go vertical speed and just start descending myself. And I can activate approach phase now.
40.
Thank you very much,
30,
Dominic Orsini. It was very
20,
generous of you, sir.
10.
Oh, it's already activated, I think.
Hey there, Captain. Glad to be on board today. Weather is a concern here in Knee.
Oh.
Hope you butter the landing.
I'll do my best. Thank you very much. Dominic Orsini for the $5. Weather's a concern here in... Where, you've got to remind me what state that is, Dominic, but I hope you're doing well and staying safe if the weather is concerning. Thank you very much for your donation of $5. Hope you butter landing. Well, we're going to do Boga today, so if it goes all wrong, left anything greater the butter, I will go around. You just put it in toga, don't you? Raise the gear, put the autopilot on. Flight Decker, welcome as a member, or welcome back as a member, I should say. I hope you're doing very well. Thanks for your support. We'll see you in Discord shortly. Thank you. Right, so what I'm going to do now is un-Airbus this aeroplane. I'm going to set 7,500 feet, and I'm going to go vertical speed. And just imagine I'm sort of vectors here. And I'm going to position my aeroplane to turn on base leg. Beam Beehive, and I'm already around 7,500 feet. I brought the speed back. I'm going. I know. So I understand this is what you do under vectors, and then when I'm on approach, I'll push that back in to get the mini glide slope thing going, just to keep you all happy. You just flew over me. That approach goes right over my work. Oh no way. There we are. Oh, in the sea. US deep sea diver. No, I'm joking. I guess you're back there. It looks good, doesn't it, with the ortho? Superb. Right, what's level change? Don't I pull this out? No, I pull that one out. Idle, that's what I wanted, level change. So I'm a little bit too high here. I want to be at around 4,500 feet, so I'm just going to extend it. I might turn base at Ufemi. 220 knots. Cockpit looks great, the textures. Oh, I better be VATSIMing actually. Salt Lake City traffic alpaca 1403 is downwind for 16 right. Open descent, yeah, level change, open descent, level change. Right, I'm going to press LS and LS. I've already practiced. Oh, that one also seems to control the lighting. Oh, I think that was just coincidental. So 9 with 4,000 feet elevation, about 5,000 feet. I'll turn. Yeah, once we're a beam, Ufemi will turn base leg. And I'll actually better set 8,000 feet here. The green dot's the upspeed, isn't it? Right, I think if we press direct, Ufemi, insert. LNAV's already engaged because it's an Airbus. We'll now go vertical speed, and I'll select flaps 180 knots recommended speed on base leg. I'm CDAing, no problem. Los Santos Fire Department, isn't that GTA? And for another notch of flops, I need to be doing 200 knots or less. So I'll bug 180, get at the S speed. Step down to 7,500. What's the missed approach altitude for an inevitable go around? Climb straight ahead, 4,800 feet, right turn to 8,100 feet. Okay, go to Stacko to hold. Right, okay. Flaps 2. Oof, I was a little bit, maybe I'm a bit too fast for that.
Minimums.
Why is it climbing?
Minimums.
Because I've told it to do 300 feet per minute. Is that the ballooning of the flaps? That seems a bit excessive. I've told it to do 300 feet per minute. Right, arming Vorlock. Lock blue. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird balloon. You have to get confirmation for a bus driver. We should have done that. Lock capture, runway heading. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You selected flap 3? Ah, sorry. I thought it had flap 2. That's my bad. I accidentally pressed the button twice then. And I bugged 180. Thrust pitch couple seems huge. Arming approach. You have to arm approach to capture glide slope. I know that, Mike Basement. That's the same as the 737. Glide slope capture. Missed approach altitude is 8,100 feet. And I'm going to maintain 160 knots till about 4 DME. And I'll arm the speed brake and do other Airbus things. Arm that, gear and flaps. Water brake to low, as per the performance. I don't like this idle. Why don't you move? Still don't get used to that. There we are. Gear down, flap 15. Oh yeah, yes, you always engage both autopilots then. Okay. Right, I better butter this, otherwise I'm going around. Engine anti-ice can come off now, thank you. Anything else? There we are, 10-mile final. The DME reads 12 miles. It's, I guess, located with the other runway. So if I get the threshold, if I quickly look at the chart, it reads 2.1 DME at the threshold. Uniform Alpha Tango. Right. It's a boga. Yes, I'm going to boga. If you are new to the channel, firstly, welcome. Boga is an infamous term used on the Flight Data Sim channel. It stands for butter or go around. It can only be achieved in X-plane because of the landing rate calculator. So if the landing is not a butter, I'll immediately reject the landing and commit to a go around or missed approach. I believe the feet per minute is around 125 feet per minute or less to be classified as a butter. David Wing, try the checklist. I haven't actually used that. Oh yeah, that would help. ILS, seatbelts are on, approach I've activated, done, armed, nav accuracy, monitored. I don't think I ever turned checks. I don't think I ever turned the weather radar on. FC approach, 1 and 2, armed, flaps. That's what I wanted. Where's go around? And flaps at 2. It's really good, isn't it? I don't think it's automated though, you have to think through it.
American 648.
Toga, perform flaps, retract 1 step.
13-mile final runway 16 right, speed 160 till 4.
He's on another runway, that's fine. Oh no, he's behind me. Alpaca 1, 4003's final 16 right.
2000.
At 6 miles. Perfect. Right, this is going to be great. Yes, enjoy. Right, and I'm going to push this in now, so it can do that special thing it does. Right, gear down. Flaps full. Landing gear, waiting for that to be down. Cabin checked. Dong. Flaps full, landing gear. 1. Hey, 3 greens. No blue. GS Mini, isn't it now? So it's going to do its thing. QNH, it is 2992. I have set QNH. It is actually 2992, believe it or not. Right, let's do a little fly past. Fully configured to land. I've airbussed all the way here with minimal issues. And I'll do my best to try and butter the landing. Right, disconnecting the autopilot, if there's ever such a thing. Clonk. Shut up. Right, oh, that sounds very Airbus-y. Right, so oh yeah, I do need to actually fly. So I'll leave it in climb right until it says retard. and we'll go from there. This is me now flying an Airbus. Don't do a London City. Why? Where I butted it? Yeah, I know. I'm a pro Airbus pilot. That was the first time I ever flew the ToLiss. Oh no, second time I flew the ToLiss. Butted it into City. Right. This GSB thing's very cool. Ah, it's beautiful weather here. 17 knots, but it did say it was gusting to 28. You know what? This default weather ain't too half bad. It'll be interesting to compare it to active sky. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, so I'm 3 reds, so I'm going to pitch up slightly here. The aiming point markings on this runway, it's a default airport, are incorrect. They don't. You just have like these little white boxes way before the pappies, but they should be being the pappies. 2 reds, 2 whites, checked. It says land on my FMAs.
100 above.
Checked.
300.
Oh, many Airbus things.
200.
Checked.
Minimum.
Continue. It's a great add-on, this.
100.
Checked. No pressure.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20. Retard. Retard. 10. Retard. 5.
Oh, come on! No! God! Fine. Right. Go around. Yes. Flaps not in config. Do I have to retract them a bit? I don't know. Right, I'm going around. Shush. Gear up. Right, onto the flight directors. It's so cool though, and this is Airbusing very well. Now, do I just follow the flight directors? It's in nav automatically, I think. Go around track. Right. Autopilot. Have some... right. Do I retract flaps? Does it pitch down? What's it pitching for here? Oh, climb. Climb. Leave a climb. Now start pitching down, please. Right, it's in climb, and I'm hoping it's going to pitch down, and then I can start retracting the flaps. Missed approach is 2.1 DME, right turn, heading 300 to Stacko. It says go around track. Oh no, do I have to update? Do I have push heading? Really? Oh, why is it not doing it for me? I've aviate, spectate, communicate. Press the heading knob. Nav. Oh, nav blue. Oh. Right, another natural flops. Why is it not turning at 2.1? Right, I'm going to have to do this manually. This is completely me not knowing how to Airbus. Where's my missed approach? It does say Stacko on the thing. I'm just going to route direct Stacko. Oh no, it's there. Look, intercept Stacko, hold. Oh, I'm going straight there. Alpaca 1403, route direct Stacko. Route direct Stacko, Alpaca 1403. Flaps up, and there's 8,100. You failed your check ride. You must push to engage nav. Okay. I thought it'd do it automatically. The Alpaca 1403, go around off 16 right, routing Stacko. There we are. 8,100. Apart from me forgetting to push nav, I think that's what I forgot to do. I think the ToLiss did an excellent job doing the missed approach. I'm just routing direct to Stacko as opposed to the correct track, which was heading 300, intercept the 249 from Wastak to go to Stacko. But there we are. We've done a missed approach. I'm now going to route direct to, or do I have to reselect the approach now? God damn it! Right. I'm going to press that. Arrival. ILS 16 right, temporary insert, and I just want to select that transition. 0.1 tons of fuel. I've only taken standard fuel. I think it's because it's got this whole routing in here. We actually have 2.5. Perth then arm approach. If it's not butter, go around until the edge is butter. Yes, direct. Yes, stop it now. So I'm remember I fly the 7-3. I'm trying to do it as I would in the 7-3. Stacko hold. Here's the arrival. I just want to route direct to, what was that point on the arrival? Let's do direct to Roy. That's what I want to. Direct. Roy. Insert. So hopefully we're going to start to... Yes. So what I'm doing is routing direct to Roy, look. And I'll maintain 8,000. Let's say he said go down to 8,000 feet. Right. Let's do that again. Oh, it's a good landing though. I'll put the tray table away. Stop looking at me like that. Right. Have to take off. Check this. Gears up. Water brake. I'll reselect low. Fuel now is 1.8 tons. And arrival. Reason for go around was my stupidity. And we'll maintain 8,000 feet. And then once we're behave, we'll turn base leg. My Iron Man Captain, can we get the key bindings for your camera view set up in Discord? Yes, Iron Man. You can have it for any aircraft I have installed, but I think if you look in the Flight Edge Sim Files channel, you'll see it there already, or something for the mod at least. There we are. What did I miss, Rory Shields? Nothing at all. We're just downwind on our first approach, and no issues whatsoever. It's flawless stream so far. And then after that we'll go downwind from there. Now is it? It's meant to be descending slowly to 8,000 feet here. I've got 8,000 feet out, but it's saying 8,100. Do I have to? Let me just pull it. Pull. There we are. That's why. Anything else I need to do? I think we've done everything. My go around was good. I went to Toga, raised the gear. I just forgot because I presumed, being an Airbus, it would automatically follow the missed approach course. But oh no, you actually have to push heading in to get nav. Oh, ridiculous. We're not bogering again. How boger works, guys? It is one approach, and after that, the second one is as it goes. Right. Okay, here we're maintaining the green dot speed. Do I need to activate approach again? Perf. Activate approach phase, confirm. Okay, it's reactivated. Minimums are all in still. 214 is the up speed. Perfect. No, Aaron, Boga has rules. That's always been how Boga works. Only on the first approach. Only on the first approach. Some Airbus aircraft have nav in go around, so it automatically enables. Surprised ToLiss have not modelled it. There you go, flight decker. Why has that not been activated? I think actually, to be fair to them, I think that might be an option here. I swear I might have seen something like that. Fault scenarios? No is the answer to that. I think there is something like go around in nav mode and in the ToLiss. Auto nav on go around on. Look, it was on. Why? Can someone explain to me? Can someone explain to me why? What happened? I don't know. Right, I'll have another go. No boga. Not enough sacrifices to the machine gods. Martin, couldn't the boga rules in the be at the QRH? Oh yeah, they are. Right, I think that's good now. We'll go direct to Behave. Insert. And I'll select flaps 1. I'm just going to open the speed window here, otherwise it's going to slow it all the way down, isn't it? And Behave 7,500, so that is now set. Vertical speed, 200 feet per minute is fine. So, slats of flaps 1, and I selected flaps again, and I went to 3, so I might have accidentally pressed it twice. Oh yeah, where's the southern traffic? Oh no! Ah, I'm going to cut in front of someone. Right, I'm just going to orbit here, guys, because I'm going to cut in front of this guy. Heading select. Yeah. I'm just basically doing an orbit. It's good situational awareness. Otherwise I'm going to be cutting up American Airlines. Where is he? He's probably would have. There we are. I don't know what runway he's on though. There he is. Look, oh, he might be on another runway. There he is. Look, so cool. But orbits like this can happen. Unlikely with ATC, but sometimes they might get you in orbit, do an orbit to increase spacing. But usually it'd be a delayed vector. I'm not sure what runway he's on, so I'll just do one orbit. Maintain 200 knots here. And then once we've done that orbit, we'll reposition on the localizer. Switch the TCAS to on instead of auto to see the traffic on the ND. Oh, really?
City traffic, American 2976, AK216 range, Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah. So you have to put that to on? Yeah, I think he would have been. I would have been cutting him up straight away. We've got a jumbo here as well. I've got to try and get in this gap here, but it looks like he could be approaching another runway. David Wake, how are you going to explain this to passengers? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we had to reject that landing on instruction from ATC. And we're now just positioning for another approach. There you go. Fuel emergency. We've actually got plenty of gas. We've got 2.3 tons. What's this burning? 2 tons an hour is exactly the same as a max. So our endurance is about an hour and 20 minutes. So we're at least 45, 50 minutes away from a mayday. Right, let's give myself a little intercept heading here. Probably about 120 degrees should do. Yeah, blow it, absolutely. Paul, I'm in the jumbo trying to get out of the way. I can see you there on the map. Let's see if we can spot you. Oh, there you are. We can see you, Paul. I can jump out the cockpit though. Where'd you go? Gotta always look out for a jumbo. Hey, that's not a jumbo, that's an A340. Right, 7,500 feet will maintain. Route again to Beehive. Oh, how do I route again, even if I've already selected it?
American 2040, East mile final, runway 163.
Oh, what have I done here? Oh. Oh. I think that's okay. Yeah, I've fixed it. Oh, am I cutting someone else in now? No, I'm cutting in someone else! Or is he on a different runway? No, I think that guy's on a different runway. Look at that, he's coming in like this. Back at 1403's final. Intercept heading for ILS 16 right. I think he's on another runway. Well, look at that parallel approach maybe. Southwest over there. Superb. Don't forget to reactivate approach. Did I not do that? Alarm Vorlog first. I think I might have done that. Oh, yes, I've done it. I've activated approach already. Thanks for reminding me though, Cam, just in case. If you just tuned in, we're on our second approach here, accomplishing a boga on the first approach. I'm reasonably happy. Moving on to the actual add-on itself, thank you very much to ToLiss for sending me a copy. As far as I can see, with my very limited knowledge of Airbus, this seems to be a very good one. But I've had a lot of fun in it, and you get all that ToLiss goodness, amazing performance, but you've got loads of cool features, takeoff, landing, performance calculator. Excellent stuff. Approach, glide slope capture, missed approach was 8,100 feet, flaps to 2. And I'm going to push this in again, so it's going to do its magic speed thing. There we are. He's definitely on another runway. Parallel approach, look at that. There he is. Look at that. In a proper aeroplane. Feels like 7 to 8 degrees nose up, that's pretty high. We were level there, Bloodline, so yeah, if you're level, we were doing what speed? About 200 knots with the flaps up. You need to maintain 5-6 degrees in the 737, so I shouldn't think it'd be too far off. This is company message, apparently. How do I look at the company message? Not the right time.
Salt Lake traffic, flag jet to the Gulf, runway 17.
Get you on the drone cam, so no pressure.
2,500.
Absolutely not. Rory, I think you got caught up with your own adrenaline rush and panicked a bit, which is completely understandable and fascinating. Thank you, Rory. That's pretty much sums me up every stream. Click close on the CPDLC window twice. I think that's got rid of the message there. Perfect. Right, gear down.
2000.
Speed brake still armed. Flaps 2-3 below 200 knots. Nice. And flaps full. Perfect. Company message was a meta you received. Perfect. Thanks for it, by the way.
So traffic, American 2040, runway 16.
Right, ECAM checked. Just need to ding the cabin again. There we are. GS Mini doing its thing. Perfect. Scotty 2, your Fly Spice pilot tweet is basically proving that Airbus are better. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, check out my Twitter. A colleague of mine said, "Have you seen who's done this?" And I thought, no, surely no one at my airline's done that. And it wasn't. You know, I'm sure all the pilots at that airline are professional, but yeah, some prat decided to balance a coffee cup on the engine start lever on the 737. I mean, not only is that incredibly idiotic if you accidentally knock those start levers, but a hot drink goes in there, you're going to short circuit something. Beggars belief what some people do. Anyway,
1000.
Checked, disconnecting the autopilot again. I'll push my little red button. Many Airbus sounds. Fuel remaining, we have 2.2 tons, which is over an hour's endurance. And I took standard fuel today. No blue, dabba dee babba da. Classic. Right. Oh dear. Right, here we go, we can do this.
Like butter.
Here we come. It wasn't even a bad landing, my first one. Oh dear. Here we go.
500.
Checked. Looking good. 50 knots on the nose.
400.
Alpaca 1403, short final, 16 left to land. No bogers on the second approach, remember.
100 above.
Checked.
300.
Checked. Nice and loud the sounds as well for the audio.
200. Minimum.
Continue. Tad low. Looking good. Centerline track is
100.
good. Checked.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20. Retard.
Close.
10. Retard.
I give up. I give up. Right, reverses. Oh no! Oh, reverses, speed brakes up. I just no. 80 knots, manual braking. 6 knots, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salt Lake City. Oh dear. Taking the next left. Oh, the rudder's really sensitive. I can't Airbus at all. Very good flare, yes. Well noted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh dear, dear. I tried to press the oops button, I accidentally pressed the Timmy. There we go. Right, well, I did this yesterday. I got one hard landing, and then the rest were all butter. I just can't. I can't do it.
50, 40,
Right, okay.
20, 10.
Thanks, David Dickinson, my #1 viewer coming in.
Whoa, that second landing knocked my carefully balanced glasses from the tip of my nose. Very exciting to see a Neo for X plane. Almost as exciting as seeing Goodyear in the flesh.
Oh dear. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, David Dickinson, for your donation. First ever time I've heard anyone say foie. Appreciate your donation. I really appreciate that. And yeah, nice to see an Airbus in X-plane. It's very good. It's almost as good as the Phoenix, David Dickinson. And thank you very much for your timely donation there. And yes, I'm very sorry to everyone in the in the back there who has damaged their spinal cord. Right, in fact, I am going to do one thing which I don't often do in a live stream. I am going to utilise ToLiss's excellent replay feature, and I'm going to do another landing. And once we get back on stand, we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so let me just get onto stand. I'm going to do the proper taxi in and shutdown checklist, but I actually have saved, if I remember rightly here, practice approach from yesterday. So if all goes well, I should just press this, and we're going to have another go. And it's just to show you how good the ToLiss replay feature is. But obviously, yes, we'll take whatever happened on the first approach as the official landing,
50, 40,
you know, the
30,
actual official landing final
20,
one there. Thank you, Kieran.
10.
No doubt a mention of Goodyear here. Oh, okay, very good. No, he didn't.
Achievement unlocked. Hard landing check required after aircraft's first commercial flight.
Unbelievable. Thank you very much, Kieran, for your donation there. Aaron Hastings, I've just seen that comment. Unbelievable. This is default Salt Lake City anyway. We'll take the second left here on Bravo 12. Dear. We show an auto land. I believe it works. Right, next left, Bravo 12. What else have I forgotten to do in this ridiculously machine? Right, stow that. Oh dear, I can't taxi very accurately here. That's stowed. There we go. Perfect. Let's just get on the stand here and quickly forget what happened a second ago. Right, parking brake is, I believe, where is it now? Now set. Oh no, it's off, is it? No, it wasn't. No, it's set. Oh dear. APU is on, I believe. APU. Oh. No, what have I forgotten to do here? Forgotten to get the APU up and running. Oh no, it's back on now. Look, APU, perfect. So I think that means I could just shut the engines down. Not two blues, two reds. But there we are. That engine's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salt Lake City in the Airbus A320 Neo. The leaps spooling down. There we are. Are you employing the ToBI tracker? I wasn't there, no. I forgot to turn it on, I was too busy airbusing. Can that ToBI tracker give you double vision when you smash into the deck? Maybe you've had it on. Oh wow, there's still attached an AOI. Are you referring to the engines or wings there? Unbelievable, you're cheeky, you lot. Oh dear. Student known to fly, this gives me hope. Yeah, thanks, Craft Size, thank you very much. Josh Paxman, I enjoyed that. Thanks, gotta go back to work. Ha, take care. Okay, right, now I'm going to do something a little bit different here on the live stream. Let me just turn down the music here, okay? Now, usually we do the replay and finish it off here, but there's a really neat feature here if you're unfamiliar with ToLiss add-ons. Because I had such an appalling landing there, it has autosave, okay? So every 5 minutes, it saves your flight. So if I ever have a crash or you have a sim crash, you just refire the sim, spawn at the nearest airport, load the situation, boom. It keeps you, or puts you exactly where you are. Watch this, okay? Practice. Load situation, look at that, straight away immediately, I'm off the VATSIM network, don't worry, I can have another go at another approach, and this is obviously based off yesterday's weather, so that's why I'm going a bit faster. The pressure setting's a bit wrong as well, but you can just practice again and again and again until you butter, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing that until I get a butter, alright? Slightly different, but that is the beauty of this amazing add-on. A ToLiss autosave feature is super cool. Again, I am going too fast because this was based off weather yesterday when I was practicing it as well. 2 reds, 2 whites, checked. And I had that saved so I could practice multiple approaches. Some of the members were watching and they could see I butted it on the second attempt. Continue. It's all wrong obviously because it's the incorrect
50,
pressure setting.
40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
You watch this. There's just some stuff you cannot teach. Speed brakes up. Reverses. Just have to prove I could do it.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Better late than never. To idle. Thanks, Dominic Orsini.
Thanks for the visit to SLC. Definitely one of the most scenic approaches in the western United States.
Agreed, Larry. Thank you very much. A beautiful approach, and thank you very much for your $10 donation there. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Redeemed. Is this a replay? That's not cheating. Says Helix Man. What are you on about? I can actually, you know what? With some clever editing, I could perhaps edit that first approach out, and no one will ever know. And then I'll have to obviously edit this bit out because I've said that. Right, hold on. That was a great landing, everyone. Oh, first approach butter. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't have to boga. Oh. Is that the pilot version of dropping the bike? Absolutely. Right, anyway, I've got to go get dinner on. I need to just stow the reverses, and we'll taxi here onto stand, and as soon as we're on stand we'll do the replay and go from there. But yes, thank you very much, ToLiss, for sending me a copy of this. Taxi in music, yes, coming in, it's coming in. Authentic hacks. So it says Rory, absolutely. Need to Photoshop the new tyres too. Oh, you guys. That was brilliant. Right, I'm going to timestamp all these points here. Alpha 12. Excellent. Oh, an X5 has just been given birth from the airport. Let's go here. Oh yes, the AP, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to park up with the engines running and go straight into the replay. Right, a smooth taxiing in onto stand as well. Are we flying back to Goodyear? Unbelievable comments. Right. There we are. Why didn't I do that first time? Right, parking brake is now set, and we'll just leave the engines running because we are going to go straight to the replay. Oh, that's loud there. Amazing, but yeah, we'll imagine the engines have been shut down, but thank you very much to ToLiss. The aircraft is going to be released on 20th of March, I believe, and pricing has not been released. I think it'll be something similar to their previous aircraft, I've been led to believe, but I have no information, I'm afraid, on that. So be sure to look on their Facebook page, which I think they're quite active on there as well. Let's have a look at some of these comments here, just whilst I zoom on out here. God, those engines are loud. Where's the cheat code for this? No comment there, Iron Man. Andy, are you tired of these Goodyear jokes yet? Keep coming. Quite resilient. Do it again so that we can see it wasn't just a lucky one, but your skills. Don't need to. Second time lucky, that's the saying. F1 bike says first try, nice. Thank you, I know. Bowler, butter or load again. Love it. Is this a replay? Absolutely. Redemption, do another one. Get the crisps out, unbelievable. Awesome stuff there, but Budline, thanks to Flight Sim for the great finale of the stream. Always a treat. You're most welcome, sir. Anyway, let's jump back into the cockpit, turn the sounds back up again, and we'll turn these ones down, and we'll go straight to the replay. Let me just do some professional streaming stuff here. Fly live off, and cue the funky replay music. Ah, yes. Let's put ourselves back on the approach here now. I want to be careful because I don't know if loading a save is going to cause problems with replays. I have absolutely no idea. Let's have a look at that. My first and only approach there, how smooth it was. Replay tool and explain. Love it. What's this song called? Flight Deck Sim Landing Replay. I don't know. It's free. Royalty music. What a landing! That was superb. You can't get a butterier more than that. That was beyond butter. RIP headphone users, yeah, it's a little loud, isn't it? A little loud. I mean, look at the physics of the aircraft behaviour, though. Superb. If I just, And look at that nose wheel. I think I might just do that one more time. Let's go from the other side here. Of course he shows a good look. Yeah, show the slam. Impossible. Actually, I'll try, but I don't know if it will work. Don't need to show the slam. Would you like to see the slam? Right, I don't know if it will work. How it will work here with replay. Let me just hold down the replay down. It might. Who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully, it should go back on the stand. Let's see what happens here, guys. Oh, there we go. All right, you're going to see the slam. You're going to... Okay, okay. How cool is that? How the hell's that not crashed? Okay, right. Okay. Oh, I don't want to show this one, though. Quick old F4. All right. Well, a bit higher there as well. Okay, okay, it was a little fur. I'll do one more. Unbelievable. Why? Boing. I think we'll have to end on the other one, though. Okay, yeah, that was fur. But no bounce. Right. Stand, stay down. You lot. You're horrible. Right. Oh, look at that! So back to exactly where we were. That's so cool how you can reposition it. Look, no problem for the replay. Look at this, look. Boom, on stand, boom, here on final. Well, there we go, guys. That's it. Thank you again to ToLiss for sending me a copy of the A320 Neo. It's out on the 20th of March. It seems like a fine Airbus A320 Neo to me, but be sure to check out the Airbus streamers for their opinion. I had a lot of fun flying it today, and I'm sure you'll be able to obtain an opinion which would perhaps persuade you to maybe get it. But I'm away no affiliated with ToLiss. It's your choice. But I think it was a great add-on. Really enjoyed it. To all the members, thank you very much for your continued support. To everyone that donated, thank you very much for your generosity today. To all the regular subscribers as well, thank you very much for popping in. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe to stay up to date with the latest content for more multiple approaches and replays and hard landings in the Airbus. But if you have just tuned in, here is the replay from our only landing today at nice minus 50 butter. Awesome stuff. Take care, guys. See you soon.
Hehehehe